Turning now to Wisconsin, where the race between Democratic Governor Tony Evers and Republican Tim Michels is heating up. There has been a huge turnout already. Early voting is underway there, and the Wisconsin Elections Commission says more than 300,000 people have cast their ballots ahead of November 8th. NBC News correspondent Shaq Brewster joins us now from Milwaukee with more. Shaq, good morning. So the differences between these two candidates, they are pretty stark. So what do we know about them? How are they both preparing for the final days of this campaign?
Well, some dramatic differences between the Republican candidate, Tim Michels, and the incumbent governor, Democratic governor, Tony Evers. And they're planning to lay out those differences over the next couple of days as we get closer to Election Day. Tony Evers is kicking off a bus tour today. He's calling it the bus tour is touting his record, a doing the right thing tour that he's calling it. And you'll see him out with the Labor Secretary, Marty Walsh, campaigning and talking about his record of accomplishments here in the state of Wisconsin. But on the other side, you have Tim Michels. He was out with Glenn Younkin yesterday, attacking the governor, saying that he hasn't been doing enough for Wisconsin, hitting him on issues from election integrity to abortion to the economy.
Shaq, do I dare ask what the noise is that's going on behind you there? So do I dare ask what the noise is that's going on behind you there, or no?
It just started like 2 minutes ago as we were going. We have no idea what it is. I see some construction down the street, so maybe that goes into what the governor has been talking about in terms of fixing the roads. I don't know.
There you go. All right, good way to make a connection there. All right, so let me ask you, Michels outlined just some of the issues he plans to address if he's elected during a campaign event. What all did he say, and how are voters responding to him?
Yeah, he kind of listed out his three priorities yesterday when he was with the Virginia governor, Glenn Younkin. He said that his first priority would be election integrity. He said his second priority would be something on education in terms of universal school choice in the state of Wisconsin. He also wants to focus on the economy and giving back tax reform. He's saying right now the state has about a $5 billion surplus. That's something that the governor has touted, but Tim Michels says he wants to give that back to the people in a way of tax cuts. So those are the three priorities he says that he'll act on. In the state of Wisconsin, Governor Evers has vetoed more than 100 pieces of legislation passed by the conservative legislature here in the state. So there'll be plenty of bills, plenty of pieces of legislation that Tim Michels will be able to act on if he does win this election.
And Shaq, you mentioned Virginia Governor Glenn Younkin in Wisconsin campaigning on behalf of Michels. What is Younkin saying on the campaign trail, and how is Governor Evers responding to all of this?
Well, we heard Glenn Younkin kind of connect himself and what he did in Virginia to what he hopes Tim Michels will do in the state of Wisconsin. Remember, Glenn Younkin won his election almost by a surprise in a blue state, a state that President Biden won, President Obama, and also Secretary Hillary Clinton won. They're saying that they want to model that same thing here in the state of Wisconsin. I think we have some sound from Glenn Younkin yesterday out on the campaign trail. I want you to listen to a little bit of what we heard from him.
If we do not have election integrity, our entire constitutional system comes crumbling down. I'm going to work with the legislature. We're going to get those bills right, the bills that Tony Evers vetoed, and we are going to stop the Zuckerbucks, stop the ballot harvesting, and stop the indefinitely confined status.
That was actually Tim Michels, who we heard from, but we saw them appear together at the end of that event. You saw some good chemistry between the two, and, Glenn Younkin said that he was the Glenn Younkin said he was the 74th governor of the state of Virginia. He wants Tim Michels to be the 47th governor of the state of Wisconsin. They were playing with the numbers there out there on the campaign trail.
All right, Shaq Brewster reporting near a mysterious construction project somewhere in Milwaukee. Shaq, thanks.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.